People like me eat people like you.
What do you actually do?
Oh, I can tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
No, we've got to finish this.
There's someone out there.
Between a man and his meal, and just walk away. Rough, ain't it?
Did you get hit?
Hi, guys, welcome to Weekend Movies channel. Today we have come up with a list of 10 films which are scary movies like Wrong Turn franchise, and have got good ratings on IMDb as well. Well, let's not waste any time and begin. Number 10. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. In this remake of the horror classic, a group of young travelers including Aaron, Andy, and Morgan comes across an isolated rural home while driving through Texas. Unfortunately for them, the decrepit house is the residence of a family of deranged backwoods killers, most notably a hulking masked brute known as Leatherface, who begins to hunt the stranded youths down. Will any of the friends survive the nightmarish ordeal? One of the best horror remakes ever made, a truly remarkable piece of work. Number 9. The Descent. A year after a severe emotional trauma, Sarah goes to North Carolina to spend some time exploring caves with her friends. After descending underground, the women find strange cave paintings and evidence of an earlier expedition. Then learn they are not alone. Underground predators inhabit the crevasses, and they have a taste for human flesh. There is blood and gore and visceral terror and unrelenting, heart-stopping suspense. In short, it's one of the best horror films of this decade. Marshall has crafted an incredibly tense and frightening masterpiece, bolstered by 6 powerful lead performances. Quite simply, The Descent is one of the best horror movies of the last 20 years. Number 8. The Hills Have Eyes. Bob Carter and his wife Ethel, along with 5 other members of the family, are heading for San Diego with their camper vans. An accident strands them in the desert, and while 2 of the men go for help, the others are forced to wait. They're unaware that they've ended up stuck near the site, where decades earlier, nuclear tests gave rise to a group of mutant monsters who have developed a taste for human flesh. The Hills Have Eyes is one of the Wes Craven's finest films. The movie is well balanced. You will never get bored whilst watching, as it draws you in and won't let go. It makes you feel a lot of mixed emotions, such as sadness, tension, anger, etc. Overall, horror fans will surely love this movie, and non-horror fans will also love it. Number 7. Dead End. When a family en route to a Christmas Eve gathering decides to take a shortcut down a wooded road, an eerie sequence of events signals trouble ahead. After nearly colliding with an oncoming car, Father Frank picks up a ghostly hitchhiker and her infant child. With the sudden appearance of their new passengers, the route becomes dark and treacherous, and the family's numbers rapidly begin to dwindle in a series of seemingly connected, grisly roadside accidents. There's great promise in Dead End, and a script that is often clever, combined with a carload of decent actors. Number 6. Cabin Fever. An offbeat horror tale about a group of 5 college friends, on vacation at a remote mountain cabin, when one contracts a flesh-eating virus. As it spreads among the friends, their true feelings and personalities emerge as they struggle to survive the virus and each other. Firmly in the tradition of the new generation of pulp horror movies, Cabin Fever gives good value, in both the humor and the gore stakes, without confusing one with the other. Number 5. Evil Dead. Mia, a drug addict, is determined to kick the habit. To that end, she asks her brother, David, his girlfriend, Natalie, and their friends Olivia and Eric, to accompany her to their family's remote forest cabin, to help her through withdrawal. Eric finds a mysterious Book of the Dead at the cabin, and reads aloud from it, awakening an ancient demon. All hell breaks loose when the malevolent entity possesses Mia. With confident and masterful direction by Fede Alvarez, Evil Dead is the rare remake that actually works, thanks to great performances, tons of gore, and a great sense of respect for the original work. Number 4. The Strangers. Kristen and James are expecting a relaxing weekend at a family vacation home, but their stay turns out to be anything but peaceful. First, a mysterious and dangerous woman arrives at the door, while James is out on an errand. When he returns, he accidentally kills his friend Mike, mistaking him for an intruder. And then real danger does show up, in the form of 3 masked torturers, leaving Kristen and James struggling for survival. An extremely effective claustrophobic horror picture that starts slow, but ultimately provides us with plenty of suspense all the way through to its very dark ending. Number 3. The Cabin in the Woods. When 5 college friends, Dana, Kurt, Jules, Marty, and Holden, arrive at a remote forest cabin for a little vacation, little do they expect the horrors that await them. One by one, the youths fall victim to backwoods zombies, but there is another factor at play. 2 scientists, Sitterson and Hadley, are manipulating the ghoulish goings-on, but even as the body count rises, there is yet more at work than meets the eye. The Cabin in the Woods will get you thinking about what it means to watch a horror movie, but it's not just a mischievous exercise in postmodern cleverness. It's also a giddily funny, scary, enormously entertaining thrill ride. Number 2. Eden Lake. All nursery school teacher Jenny and her boyfriend, Steve, wanted was a quiet weekend alone, and what better setting for such a romantic retreat than a quiet lake, surrounded by a vast forest? Just as Steve is preparing to propose to Jenny, however, their blissful moment of peace is rudely interrupted, when their campsite is encircled by a gang of particularly unruly teens. After the kids provoke the couple by stealing their belongings and vandalizing their car, the situation turns deadly serious as Steve attempts to confront them and suffers a terrible beating. Now it's up to Jenny to flee from her tormentors under the shroud of darkness and make her way to the nearest town, though what she finds there may well be worse than what's waiting for her back in the woods. Strong performances from a talented cast help lift this British horror script to the point where it can be looked back on as an early outing for some notable British and Irish talent. Number 1. Wolf Creek. A dream vacation turns into a nightmare in this taut thriller from Australia. Ben, Lizzie, and Christy are 3 friends, who after a night of celebratory drinking, hit the road for a trip to Wolf Creek National Park, where they plan to spend a week hiking and surfing. However, after a long day on foot, Ben, Lizzie, and Christy make the unpleasant discovery that their car's battery is dead, leaving them stuck in the middle of nowhere. Help arrives in the form of Mick, a burly but good-natured outdoorsman who happens upon them. Mick tells them that he can fix their car, and offers to give them a ride to his place down the road. Grateful but a bit nervous around the gregarious stranger, Ben, Lizzie, and Christy offer Mick a wealth of thanks for his help, and give him some money for his troubles before they fall asleep around the campfire. The next morning, the travelers find themselves bound, gagged, drugged, and separated from one another, and they realize Mick is not the good Samaritan they imagined. As horror movies go, this is a pretty good one, at once a tense, visceral, and tightly woven tale. Well, this is it. Thanks for watching. Share your movie impressions in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and put the big thumbs up. See you. Bye!